Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and I'm hopefully...
Fuck off. Oh, facepalm moment. Oh.
You know, I was about to say, I hope that in this intro I don't fuck it up and end up having a face-palming moment, but Phil's already done that for me, it seems.
Yes, we've both had a facepalm moment. Yes, now, we... this one, I thought, why haven't we done this sooner?
Yeah.
Because it's quite a funny little one as well.
Indeed.
People doing stupid things. That's it. It's people doing stupid things at stupid moments, all the time being stupid.
Indeed.
That's what we are. So much so that we can just slap our heads in succession.
Indeed we can. So Phil, German riot police defeated and humiliated by some kind of mud wizard. Let's have a look.
What mud wizard?
I think I've heard of this news story.
Okay.
It's a fairly recent one. Let's see if it buffers. Yes, it does. Is there any sound? Oh, there is sound. Okay. It's just like a protest in Germany or something, and they got bogged down in the mud, I think it was.
Oh god! Oh my god! That's extremely muddy, isn't it?
This guy,
the guy in a high vis.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing.
Meanwhile, this dude just in the robe is like, yeah, you know, I do this every day. You know, you scrubs, get on my level. Can you not wander through this mud? I am the mud wizard.
Oh, that's funny. Look at that. He pats the. You tried.
You tried.
But you
I'm pretty sure that is actually a subreddit, isn't it? It's probably like r/you tried or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's ones like there was an attempt.
That's the one.
What could go wrong?
Indeed.
Andrew, there's a subreddit for possibly anything. You could probably just put in r/computer, r/fans. Yeah.
Phil is an oddball.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Indeed.
God, it's like Glastonbury.
Yeah.
It is. Anyway, yeah.
Oh god. Well, yes. You get the image, ladies and gentlemen, of what happened there. I can't remember what that protest was about. Like I say, I feel like I have read about it in the media, in the news, but I can't remember what it was. But essentially, yes. The big thing about it was that the police officers couldn't really do much because they kept getting bogged down.
Bogged down in that horrible mud.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to show you what mud can do.
Indeed, yes, the power of mud, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. There we go. Right, on to the next one.
Right, so next needs to be Triumph 2024. Okay, so so minding my own business, eating lunch, and some rather large woman with purple hair comments that she liked my shirt because it makes it easy to spot the arseholes in this world. Not sure what she has against British motorcycles, but whatever, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, I see what's going on here. She thought it said Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, yeah. I mean, somebody clearly can't read, but that's unfortunate. There are people like that.
A company of motorcycles.
Yeah.
I'm not au fait with various different motorcycles, but that's funny. You need to understand what you're looking at. I hate these people who form these political sides and just have a go at other people for it. Yeah, you have your views, have your political views. That's fine, but stop shoving it in people's face, please.
And stop, treating other people in a douchey manner just because they have a different opinion and all that. Because things like political tribalism is one of the big fucking problems in today's world. People just so determined to try and pwn the other side that they just make spurious arguments and stupid bollocks, basically.
Indeed. We don't need this. We don't need this at all.
We don't. But speaking of motorcycles, though, it reminds me actually of an uncle on my mother's side of the family who once had a Harley Davidson, and he and my aunt apparently took it over to the States and went on like a road trip on it. I can remember them showing photos of it, just driving along on this Harley Davidson.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Harley Davidsons are proper American motorbikes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
It's what you think of when you see it.
Indeed. But I don't think he has it anymore. I think he had to get shut of it, so that's unfortunate. But, he had his motorbiking days, basically. This was like a, 50-year-old guy, so balding on top. So not exactly the usual image that you'd expect of a biker sort of person, but there you go.
Well,
Indeed. The American Dream, Phil, speaking of the States, once again. McDonald's USA, employee $9 an hour, no benefits. Big Mac $5.81. McDonald's Denmark $22 an hour for the employees. 6 weeks vacation, 1 year paid maternity leave, life insurance, pension. Big Mac is only $4.82.
Yeah, the minimum wage in the US is not the best.
It's not, and I hear
it really is shit.
I hear a lot about how employee conditions like things in terms of things which we in European countries sort of kind of just accept as a given. Things like, good sort of length maternity and paternity leave, things like that. Apparently, like in the States, like some companies, they don't really provide all that much.
Yeah,
and I find that kind of it is.
Yes.
Indeed. It's just like, here in the UK and European countries, I think we have a lot that we do take for granted, and we do need to be thankful actually that we do have, in a lot of places here in Europe, a lot of benefits that do come with, employee benefits packages.
Look at that Denmark one for McDonald's, 22 an hour, and they get all that stuff. And their Big Macs are lower priced as well, and the Big Macs are higher priced as well in the US.
Yeah,
it's just so silly.
Indeed. But there you go. Time to get all the burger flippers over to Denmark.
That's where it's at. Yeah, that's where they get paid at least a decent wage there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So the next one is integrity will remain a pipe dream. Okay. So I did CPR on a crash victim. So this is from r/legal advice. Okay. I did CPR on a crash victim until paramedics arrived. They said I saved her life. I'm now being sued by her for breaking a rib. What can I do? I'm worried because my certification is expired. Also, I really can't afford a lawsuit. And it happened in Alabama. CPR didn't continue after paramedics had arrived.
Damn, like someone just saved your life and you sue them?
I know.
Christ, that's such a petty thing to do. What is wrong with people? Good lord.
Well, you broke my rib. Right, that's not fair. I'm suing you. Yeah. You broke my rib because you had to go. I've just saved your fucking life.
There's an interesting. I'm just looking at the comments. Someone actually has given some legal advice. Apparently, in America, there's a Good Samaritan Act. It says. And part of it says, a person or entity who in good faith and without compensation renders emergency care or treatment to a person suffering or appearing to suffer from cardiac arrest, which may include the use of an automated external defibrillator, shall be immune from civil liability for any personal injury as a result of care or treatment.
Right. Okay, so that is meant they can't really do it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so OP probably is going to be fine.
That's good. Yeah, you're going to be fine, but still.
I know.
Come on now.
Indeed. It's just like, come on, you almost died, and that person looked out for you, and that's how you repay them.
I know, that's dreadful.
It is dreadful indeed. Indeed. Okay. There we go. Next one is, what the fuck is wrong with people, Phil? Unvaccinated French boy at 5 reintroduces measles to Costa Rica while on holiday with his family 5 years after the country eradicated the disease. God, yeah, this is a thing. There's so many people these days who are not getting vaccinated against diseases which really should not be cropping up anymore, because we have the vaccines to get rid of them, and they're actually now coming back.
Measles, mumps, rubella, isn't the MMR vaccine?
Indeed, yeah. But that's the thing, like measles, making reintroductions in places is just like, because measles is one of those things which you associate more with the past, with generations gone by, and yet now it's actually rearing its head again because people are not getting vaccinated.
Okay, it's it's so important. I cannot stress enough how important it is to get vaccinated.
Indeed.
All these anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers out there doing this and everything.
Indeed.
It's just dreadful. We need to. The only way we can eradicate is have this herd immunity. With where people are getting vaccinated like this.
Indeed. I'll never understand just that mentality of, but if I expose myself to the disease anyway and survive, I'll have immunity anyway. Yeah, but you've exposed yourself to the disease in a way that could have debilitating effects on you, whereas instead you could just get vaccinated in a sort of controlled manner, and that would give you the immunity with much less of the risk. So it's like, what is exactly is the logic that sometimes people use?
And for this, as well, it would have been because he's only 5 years old. He wouldn't have had the choice.
Yeah.
So it was his parents who said, "No, we're not vaccinating you."
Indeed.
So that's even worse. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a definite facepalm, that one.
Okay.
So I feel sorry for the kid. Indeed. Sorry. Over to you.
Crazy how the country you betray doesn't want you anymore. So, a woman who left Alabama to join ISIS says she felt broken after she was stripped of a US citizenship. Oh, well,
I know. Yeah, it's like, you've joined a very violent, radical organisation.
Yeah.
Like, of course there's going to be repercussions for you from your home country. Like, what do you think is going to happen? It's I know. It's like so many people out there who usually are quite young, very impressionable, and just don't think of like the long-term consequences of their actions. And I just think, what are you expecting to happen? It's just like, good lord. Not much else to say.
I mean, come on, you got to be. This is so silly.
I know.
Yeah, that's definitely Facepalm. Okay.
Indeed, yes, that's a Facepalm and a half. There we go. Almost had him, Phil. Let's have a look. Yo, dude, you kind of look like my first husband. I don't know, I've never been married though. That's actually a first for someone to tell me I look like someone else. I worked so hard, risked it all, and you didn't even get my joke. What? Yeah, what? Is this some weird attempt at some jokey chat-up line or something? Am I missing something?
Have you not noticed it? I've noticed it straight away.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a bit about the first husband and never being married. Is that the joke?
That's the thing.
Okay.
He's fallen for it.
Oh, I see.
Because he's not seen that she said she's not been married yet. Yeah. She said your first husband. So how does that work?
Yeah. I get how it works. I just was like, okay, sure. I just didn't find it that funny. So I was like, yeah, indeed. Yeah, I mean,
it's a Facepalm on his part. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't understand the joke there.
Yeah, indeed. There you go.
I think viewers, I think you can put that in for r/whoosh.
Yes, it did kind of whoosh over my head. I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. So that's a double Facepalm for you all there. Slow Brian, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we've got next, as opposed to what? Is this actually what a military looks like?
Why, what's wrong with your military looking like that? Oh god, yeah, I see the name of this person is using is End Wokeness.
Oh god, yeah.
That tells you immediately what kind of person it's going to be, and it's like, okay, sure. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that photo. I just see a load of serving military people with the Vice President of the US having a selfie. Which,
that's what it is.
Indeed.
What's wrong with that? Are you having a go at the various ethnicities going on here?
Yeah.
So, fucking little racist shit.
That exactly sounds like probably what might be going on.
It might not be that. I don't understand. It might just be doing it because they're all, having a bit of fun doing bunny ears and all the things. If
Indeed.
it's just a bit of fun. God's sake, what would you want to be? Do you want the military to be standing there, prim and proper, going attention all
the time? Yeah. That's the thing. Like, so at the minimum, this person either is someone who's like, our military should be doing this, that, and the other all the time, 24/7. Like, no room for us just sort of chilling out and having a bit of a morale booster from time to time. At worst, it could be someone who is looking at all the different ethnicities, like or whatever. But yeah, I mean, the ironic thing about this probably is that pretty much everyone in that photo could probably snap that person's neck. Probably has the training to do that.
I'm sorry
at
as
a minute's notice. Yeah.
I'm sorry as well. 10.2k likes. Fuck off.
I know. It's pretty scary, isn't it? I just find that, like, here's why I hate the word woke, Phil, because when you ask more than one person what it means, no two people will ever give you the same answer. Originally, all woke meant was just that you're aware of, systemic issues of injustice, but over time it's been sort of co-opted and just extended beyond its use, and a lot of people now just use it as kind of shorthand for viewpoints that
Andrew,
I personally disagree with.
Andrew, it's the past tense of to wake.
Oh, there you go. Exactly, yeah. Go. It's that.
I woke up.
I woke, yes.
I had a nice sleep and I woke up.
There we go.
That's
Indeed.
The one that it should be used for.
Yeah, exactly. But sorry, we're getting a bit political. Let's move on.
Yes, indeed.
Right. It's me, isn't it, next?
Yeah.
Karen against a performer.
Right, I've got a nice little video.
Oh, it's a video. This is going to be good. Busking shenanigans. Oh god.
No, I don't think it is.
No, she's a busker. It's a job.
Yes, and she's enjoying it. It's not being It's like having it's like sort of having to go against homeless, isn't it?
Indeed. Like, why would you go out of your way just to suddenly try and start an argument with some random stranger on the street like that? It's just like,
Yeah, exactly. It's having a bit of
fuck me.
the
I
heart.
know. Yeah. It's just like, oh, you're no different from a homeless person. Like, well, A, what are you saying about homeless people? Yeah.
Exactly. It's a performer, not a beggar.
Indeed. Yeah. So, God, there are people like that who are just miseries and just like pick fights over the stupidest little things.
Yeah, give it a rest. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Facepalm.
Right.
Indeed.
10 out of 10 pettiness from the officers. Let's have a look here. In 2021, Knoxville cops killed a 17-year-old boy. The deputies now say the boy's 15-year-old sister recently refused to serve them at the deli where she worked. The department complained about the girl on its Facebook page and appears to have gotten her fired.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of petty.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pettiness in the world. People just trying to one-up each other, and yeah, it's this kind of thing that sometimes just makes people feel really tired and just like feel really done with other people's shit all the time. But
yeah,
absolutely. Yes, this is one of those things where I think afterwards it's good to go and read a more uplifting story just to restore your faith in humanity.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Why do we have things like this? A true facepalm, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is
Okay.
indeed. Yeah, it is a story though. I think I have heard of this story. But yeah, it's a facepalmer.
Big facepalmer. Yeah. Okay.
London girl angry after being told not to vape. Told to not vape on the train. This is another video. It is. Oh God! Don't cause a scene.
You're not gonna do shit. You're not gonna do shit.
You're not gonna do shit, Phil.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Christ Almighty.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that. Yeah, indeed. Like, I mean, there's no smoking on trains, isn't it? So that includes
I think
vapes.
it applies to vaping as well.
Yeah, indeed.
There's a reason. There's a rule. I like this person. This person sitting in the front middle seat. I've had enough.
Yeah,
of this shit.
yeah. Just thinking. I know. I feel like this is probably one of those situations where eventually the people around her were probably just like being politely quiet, but then eventually someone will have just said, "Will you shut up and just sit down?"
Yeah.
And probably eventually everyone, it usually only takes like one other person to say that, and then usually other people will start to weigh in as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then eventually it's just like the person who started the whole argument just like eventually is left with little choice but to just sit down and shut up.
Yeah, let's hope
indeed.
that's happened, or at least the conductor came along to sit it down. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just skipping through the video. It looks like she's still arguing, but yeah.
Right, let's have a look at the next one, which apparently doesn't even make sense.
All right, let's have a look at this one.
Okay, so Biden's $15 minimum wage comes out to $31,200 a year for a 40-hour work week. The starting salary for a beginning teacher in Texas is $33,660. So a person working a minimum wage job will be making almost the same as a teacher with a college degree. Does this make any sense? How do people always think about this and come to the conclusion the minimum wage should be lower and not that teachers' wages should be higher? Propaganda has done a number on this country.
I can, sort of understand what's going on there, indeed. So, yeah, it's one of those things of like, let's rectify the situation by making everything shitter, and then people are like, no, why? Surely you should be aiming the other way around to make it better, indeed.
That's what you need to do, making things better, and that's what it's all about.
Indeed, yeah. It's just, people not really quite engaging their brain properly. But there you go. Indeed, that's definitely a facepalmer.
Big facepalmer, right?
Absolutely. Right, we are on to Tesla haters won't even let your car charge.
Right.
All right. Oh, gosh, another video. All right. Received a notification my Tesla was no longer charging, and then I saw this. Oh my God, what?
Okay, what's happening here?
Somebody been messing with this. Yeah, they're messing with the dude's car.
Ah, of course. Taking it out so it doesn't charge. Right.
Christ. Like, why? Why would you do that? Just leave it. It's not your property. Leave it the hell alone.
Exactly. That's basically that's sort of like vandalism. I think you could say in a way, taking the ability to charge away. Yeah, it's sort of in a way it's vandalism.
Yeah. Well, it seems they've reported it to police, which I think is probably the thing to do next morning.
Oh, and then they've thrown some shit all over the
wow.
On the bonnet there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's just gotta hate people like
Yeah,
that.
well, you know, I hope the police track those down, and you know, I hope they bang them to rights, because you know, it's like it's harassment.
Need to be banged to rights.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
dreadful.
Indeed. I don't. People again. It just goes back. People can be so petty and stupid and dumbass at times.
Oh yeah, pettiness
Indeed.
is extreme.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
Andrew.
a Facepalm.
Babies, did you know, Andrew? They don't need real milk.
Ah, okay. Fake milk then.
Okay. Have a look. A baby was losing weight and vomiting. At the hospital, doctors discovered he was starving from an almond milk diet.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, they do need real milk, you know, that helps
Babies
fatten
do
them
need
up.
room to keep going. Yeah, you can't.
Indeed.
They've got to give that to allow them to keep going. You can't have them on the almond milk. Yeah, people obviously I know that vegans and everything like having it because it's something that might take. You can't give that to your babies. They need proper full. Because it's got all the nutrients and proteins and things that they require to grow.
So I would say, you know, it's all you know, it's fine to be obviously vegetarian or vegan, absolutely. You know, if that's your choice, you can. But do, you know, when it comes to like very young children, do consult, you know, dietitians and nutritionists in terms of what would work for your child. Yeah, because, you know, that's not to say, you know, that children can't also sometimes have vegetarian or vegan diets, but that's not necessarily something I would have thought that you should be kind of making a decision on yourself. It's something you should probably be consulting with doctors, with medical practitioners to get a sense of, you know, what's appropriate, or is there anything that your kids definitely are going to need that a vegetarian or vegan diet can't provide, anything like that. Yeah. So
the big question is, Andrew, how do you milk an almond?
Well, first, Phil, you grab it by the tweet. You grab it by the teats, and then you squeeze them. Indeed, and it makes a loud mooing noise when you. Oh wait, no, that's a cow.
Yes,
indeed.
Your almonds.
Yes, right. Absolutely.
What's we got next, Andrew?
Guy blatantly stealing through self-check. Okay,
great.
Looks like another video. Increased grocery prices got me at the self-checkout like this. The music. He looked up and saw the camera then.
I know, there was that little glimpse, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. And so is he actually even... Yeah, he keeps looking up. He's probably looking for... I don't know if he's even, like, scanning the barcode. He's making it look like, I think he's...
Yes, I think that seems to be what's going on here.
Yeah, indeed.
But how's that going to work? Because it may look like he's pretending to, like, scan these items, and then... But it's going to... First thing, the self-checkout is not going to ask him to pay. And then when he leaves, surely they have those scanners.
Yeah, there might be those scanners.
Pay for them.
Having said that, you know, I know a lot of supermarkets I've been in where they have the self-checkouts, but they don't actually have scanners sometimes on the doors. I mean, like, I know the Lidl where I am does, and I know, I think, Asda near where I am, that does. But yeah, there are other ones where they don't have scanners on the door, so theoretically you could just, like, pretend and then walk out with stuff. But
yeah, but when you see someone walk past, you can hear obviously the scan of the self-checkout would no doubt go beep.
Indeed.
You're not hearing that beep. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, I think Peter Kay actually once did as one of his stand-up tours, did a sort of joke about that, how you can rob supermarkets blind just by impersonating the beep sound.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Can you imagine doing that?
Indeed. Yeah, that's a Facepalmer. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Right, so the word German is a what now? Do not speak German here. As long as you only speak English, you're all right. It's not an attack, it's a logical statement based on a single accusation. Why the hell did you censor the word German? Oh, yeah, they've done it as Gemaxen.
Yes.
Okay, because of gendered language, and I suggest you censor it too. Ah, yes, because Ger-woman is a word, or Ger-person. Stop now. You are literally saying that German, a word referring to a language, is a gendered word. Stop using gendered language. Is it really so difficult to use Gemaxen and make people feel more secure and safe?
Oh God, I know. It's so yeah, I understand obviously you know, the thing about gender that you know, sometimes our understandings of gender can be quite binary and things like that, but this is one of those examples of it kind of taken to the extreme.
Yeah, it's part of the language.
Yeah, indeed.
It's not trying to gender the word here.
It's not. Yeah, it's just the term for the language, as far as you know, I can tell. It's just I bet you this is like just teenagers on Twitter who think they're just being profound when actually it's just silly and it's just trivial to the point
really
of
silly.
Yeah, it's like, this is such a non-issue. Why are we turning this into such a big problem? Like, literally nobody except you is actually up in arms about this.
I know that is Oh God, that's
Indeed.
awful. Don't act like that, for God's sake.
Yeah.
That's been so stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Indeed. Right, on to the next one then.
Yeah.
In Afghanistan, the female mannequins' faces must be covered. The Taliban have ordered all shopkeepers to either behead female mannequins or cover their faces. Okay. This is actually a video. Oh God. Yeah. Kabul shopkeepers cover mannequins under Taliban rule. See, this is the sad thing. Because like these are all like traditional outfits and dresses, and now they're just having to cover them. God, that's really sad.
Why is that a thing? Why?
Because it's, you know, it's a frigging regime that is just backward in a lot of its thinking.
Extremely backward.
Yeah, indeed.
Covering everything.
It's like just covering it with whatever they can, like tinfoil, frigging fabric, whatever they've got.
Yeah, that's what.
Indeed.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's just what the Taliban do, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a sad reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know, there are parts of the world where people do not have a lot of rights and people are abused horribly just for slight things, for, you know, exercising freedoms that we in other parts of the world would take for granted. So spare a thought for people living in those sorts of countries, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You've got to feel sorry for them because the way they get acted upon.
Yeah.
I hate things like that.
I know.
Right. It just never stops. Right. So just to be clear, when the New York Times reported that the FBI saw no link between Trump and Russia a week before the 2016 election, the FBI agent who was just arrested over ties to Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska was heading up the investigation. Just an absolute scandal.
Wow. Okay, there you go. If he was just arrested over ties, yeah, he was heading up the investigation. So, indeed, there may be more to that story, essentially, yet to come. I know.
Yeah, that's funny, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Definite facepalm moment, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The world is starting to heal.
Right. Okay.
Me or a PS5? Choose wisely, you might get what you wish for. 65% people said PS5.
Yeah,
Nice.
Everyone wanted to go for PS5.
Yeah.
I know that there was an issue with the PS5, wasn't there?
Oh,
where,
yes.
That it was really difficult to get, and all these scalpers came out and tried to sell them.
Indeed.
It just goes to show you we're not all vain.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, look at the friggin' trade she's offering here. PS5 or 1 day with me. Well, obviously you're going to go with the PS5 because the PS5 will last you for... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Indeed. God, girl, you got to improve your sales pitch. Good Lord.
Yeah.
You're dearing me. Facepalm. There we are.
Big facepalm.
Yeah.
Right. Married couple find out that the brother and sister, after being married for 10 years and having 2 children, none of their family members told them.
Oh God! Right, this is a video. Unless is it? Oh no, it's here.
So, I met this lady in 2008. We got married in 2011. We had our first child in 2011. We had our second child in 2015. We've been married for 10 years. We've been together for 13 years. We just recently found out we're brothers and sisters.
Oh, God. Okay. What do you do in that situation?
That is crazy.
Yeah. Like, what are the odds? Like, it's just like, what? How did that? How did a situation like that? How
How they didn't find that out?
Yeah.
And how none of the family members told them? Why were the family members trying to keep it a secret if they were unaware?
There's got to be like some more story to this, like something with the families, maybe. Just
Wanted
some
to keep it within
issues. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
that
strange. I mean, like, it's just like, yeah. What do you do when you find out? Like, obviously, this married couple had no idea, and now they've had 2 children, and it's just like, what do you do in that situation? Like, that's going to like put your relationship under so much strain. Like, what's going to happen there? It's just
now you've had children as well. I mean, they should have. The rest of the relatives should have jumped in before they even attempted to have children. What are you playing at?
I know.
Oh,
that's why I say there's got to be more to this than meets the eye here. There's like going to be probably like family issues or something going on that's going to come out of the woodwork, I would imagine. But yeah.
Right.
Indeed.
We'll do a couple more, shall we?
Yeah, let's do a couple more.
Couple more, right?
Dark Side of the Moon. Here we are. Pink Floyd updated their profile picture 50 years. Michael says, what's up with the rainbow? Wild says, lose the rainbow, you make yourself look stupid. Michael says, what is that Pink Floyd? What a disgrace. From this moment I don't listen to this band. David says, are you going woke with rainbows? Is there a straight flag? Oh God, here we go. More people like this who just, as soon as they see a rainbow, they get triggered.
Yeah, I know. They had an album with a prism, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which went into a load of different rainbow colours.
Yeah. So it's not even a reference, I don't think, to actual pride or to the LGBTQ community. It's just a rainbow. But of course, there's now certain type of person these days who sees anything that could even be remotely construed as being to do with social justice or whatever, and immediately assumes, woke nonsense or whatever. It's just like, God, why do people get so triggered over such silly things? It's just.
Oh, you tell me.
I know.
You tell me. That's just that.
Yeah, indeed.
Why are they thinking that? Yeah. Okay.
It's like there was a video I was watching. What was it called? The Iron Armenian, who was doing a video like YouTube comments are the worst, where he just goes through like really silly YouTube comments left on his videos. And one of them is literally someone complaining about him using like a rainbow flag on one of his social media handles. And he sat there saying, why do you get so triggered by this? Like, do you get triggered every time you see an actual real life rainbow or something like that?
Yeah,
Can you not go outside without being triggered by something?
Just appreciate what they've done. They've obviously put it together like this, for God's sake.
Indeed.
Dearing me.
Do you know what I find sort of usually most entertaining about these kind of people? These are usually the sort of people who will readily accuse other people of being snowflakes who are incredibly sensitive, and yet they themselves get triggered over such silly things. It's like, I guess it takes one to know one, doesn't it, mate?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's a good shout.
Indeed.
We accept people who they are. Okay, I'll do the last one then.
Last one.
I've just lost my uncle. My cousin just sent me a tattoo she got of her dad. I really don't know how to tell her.
Let's have a look.
Gone too soon. How can a light that shines so brightly ever be dimmed? Until we meet again, Dad.
Okay, is it something to do with the fact she's got a typo on the? There's a misspelling because it is.
Gone too soon.
Yeah, it should be double O. Indeed. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Everything else is still good, but and that's an issue when you get tattooed. It's quite permanent.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I would say don't say anything for now, because at the end of the day, the heart's in the right place. And it's probably, a bit of a sensitive moment, really. It's probably not the time to be pointing that out. But that might be something you can point out in the future, just lightheartedly. Once, of course, emotions have subsided a bit and people are kind of in a better state of mind, maybe.
Yeah. But it's just a little bit, and plus it can still be used as the same thing. Luckily, it's not a complete spelling mistake, and there's spelling mistakes all over, or they've done the picture wrong. The rest of it looks really nice and really commemorative. So
indeed, yeah. Well, there you go, folks. That was another round of Reddit. That was a good one. There's some very interesting stuff on there, and certainly got me and you quite animated at times. That did.
Well, certainly some face palming moments.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you enjoyed watching that too, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for joining me, Phil.
Yes, did everyone else face palm? I bet you all did.
Yeah, probably all did multiple times throughout that.
No.
Yeah. So Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. And all that, we're going to sign off now. So goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, and don't face palm your head too much, otherwise your hand might just go through your head.
Indeed.
Yes.
Goodbye. Jesus, a lot of rocket and gap to be taken out here. Oh boy, we get to go onto the friggin' riverboat. This is what I've been looking forward to. Oh god, that's a bit glitchy. Who's inside? Oh wow. So you see, they've even got... one thing I was worried about, with this mod was that I'd look at these kind of big paddle wheels here, and they'd just be sort of weird models that glitch into the side of the ship. But no, Mapmaker has actually taken the time to make sure they actually look realistic. That's not bad. But you see these... Okay, sorry. I'm just looking at the paddle wheels for now, because I'm admiring the design of this level, but this obviously is one of those kind of steamboats that has its paddle wheels on the sides.